A summoner has reconnected.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another SVU live stream. I'm Coach Kev. We're jumping in here into national semifinals. SVU versus New Mexico Mining and Technology, University of Mining and Technology. So, gonna be a good one here. Semifinals. Winner moves on to the championship match next week. Loser moves on to the third place match next week. It's gonna be a best of 3. Knight's going to start off on the red side. So you got the usual lineup here for the Knights. Atlas in the top lane on the Mundo. Michael Yagubian in the jungle on the Zahin. Soa Lion on the Vex in the mid lane. Mappy and Eucalyptus in the bot lane on the Misfortune. And Yumi. So we'll see what this game brings us. What this best of 3 gives us. You know, it's a little sad to have a best of 3 in the semifinals. I think it should be a best of 5, but what are you going to do? We'll see what happens. Anything can happen in these best of 3s. It can be difficult to get a good read on your opponent, especially because these are opponents that, you know, unless they were from your conference, you've never seen before. These guys from New Mexico, we never played against them. We don't know anything about them. Same for them for us. I mean, you can only tell so much from scouting. So we'll see what ends up happening here down the stretch. It's going to be Set versus Mundo in the top lane. Matchup we've seen quite a bit this season. So we'll see how that lines up. Jungler starting on opposite sides. Ivern jungle here for New Mexico. We'll see what ends up happening with that. Ivern, specialized jungler, has his own farming style. Exhaust here in bot lane. That level 2 spike coming in for the Nyla with the Seraphine. Seraphine going to be the first pick in the draft. He's up trying to deny it on the Eucalyptus. Eucalyptus falling back on the Yumi. Sona as well. We'll see if that comes out or what ends up happening with the picks moving forward. Let's see what happens here. Going in with a trade against the Akali.
Well, look at you.
Getting good value out of the trade. So, huge trade coming in from Solar Lion. Up in CS as well, at least for now. So, we'll see how laning phase goes. Sometimes the Knights, you know, they have some coin flippy laning phase sometimes. Not sure about New Mexico what their laning phase is. It's like Atlas trading into a level 4 set as a level 3 that set does have Ignite. So you gotta be careful. That Ignite flash, double punch could catch you off guard. So Lion eking up some space on Sakali, trying to get some damage in. Potion up. So Zahin and Ivern having to opposite sides here. So they'll be picking up Scuttles. Atlas has that wave pushed in, which is nice. Ooh, dangerous here for the Akali. Taking a lot of damage. Here comes the Zahin. So probably going to have to flash out of that one. Atlas getting extremely low set, not going to use the Ignite. So they do flash out of the Akali. And the Akali just a little too aggressive there. Didn't know the jungle timing. But some situation up here on top. Ignite going on to the Mundo. Breaks the briefcase there. Gonna live for now. Looks like Set backing up. Knows the Zahin is coming up top side. So will back off. It'll be annoying having that slow push in. Trying to fix it. You gotta commit to one or the other. Have your summoner, so it comes out of the rift, just flash away. But Atlas playing way too slow and safe. Now he's gonna be in an awkward position where Set can freeze this. If Set's not in that push, which he isn't, as we know. So, a little bit of misplay there from Atlas, but we'll see if it ends up costing him in the long run. And, you know, a lot of nerves coming into a game like this. You know, these games are high pressure, especially in a best of 3. Winner of this first game, you know, be on match point. Trying to get to that championship match next week. and you know, we got 3 new players on this roster from our team last year that went all the way, and we'll see, you know, if those nerfs start creeping up on these new players, see if Solo Lion and Gubian can kind of calm the storm and keep things composed here down the stretch. What is this? I got a new orange bow. Oh man, there's a patch coming out. I haven't been able to look at the patch, so we got a bunch of some new stuff here. I don't know what that's going to be about. Makes sense, I guess. Never makes sense to have an 80 carry behind a sword. Alright, let's let probably like 6 of set. Doesn't want to die with that wave. Shove it in. Eucalyptus. Thinking about going forward, possibly. Gonna hit that vision thing, but not gonna scan the bush. I've been waiting here for a year, but double up there from Mappy. Gonna let this wave crash. See what ends up happening. It looks like they're trying to abuse the Akali, but now level 6, it's gonna be a little bit hard. Here comes the bot lane trying to do this dragon. Around the dragon here. Now gonna see the flash interrupt the dash there from the Akali. They are on the dragon. So it seems like they're doing that information. Trying to continue to poke onto the Akali. Getting close to kill threat here. We'll land the fear. Spells? It doesn't trust the damage? I thought that was a kill. With the ulti, W ignite, E auto, dodges. Not wanting to take the risk. Up 30 CS, doing a great job there in the mid lane. Top lane losing here for the Knights, bottom lane as well, but mid lane and jungle ahead so far. So things are pretty even across the board. That dragon is going over to New Mexico, so that'll be an advantage they can maybe capitalize on down the road. Get the scuttle. That is the scuttle. So, kind of slow early game here. I think favors the Knights to a degree. See what happens. British game here. We got Grubs coming online. Gubian peeking into the enemy jungle. Not feeling too confident about it though. Doesn't know all the camps are up, just waiting for the Grubs. Gonna start the Grubs on the lawn. This could be a good trade for the Knights. Next getting kind of close to the Akali. Not know what to be all in. Yeah. So trading with the window, but getting the Grubs is huge because you gave up the dragon. They you know, it wasn't a super efficient dragon take, so getting that trade is nice here for the Knights. Gonna trade back from Mappy. Ulti from the Yumi, gonna flash away is Mappy. They got a little bit of aggressive there without the confidence to follow it up. Didn't have the exhaust come down or the ignite, so weren't feeling too much about that kill, but maybe Mappy's flash being an end of the world. Keep double up. That was second done. The good thing about the Grubs take is, you know, Grubs take was super efficient for us, and the dragon wasn't really that efficient. So not bad for the Knights to get that back. So we'll see now with the dragon coming up significantly before the Herald. We'll see if there's a fight at that dragon. Except a little bit of a gold lead, but nothing to really talk about. Bot lane doing a great job here tonight. Oh, as I speak, they're getting womboed right now. Naturally not going to have flash. They're going to go down for first blood. So they were waiting too long in that bush. The bush that's warded, and they give 2 kills over to the Nyla. That's not good here for the Knights. Not sure why they were playing that bush. Just overthinking it maybe. And you do not want to let you don't want to get double CC, especially with the Yumi there. Have that dash. So Collector coming out for the Nyla. Here comes the fight up here. You're Gubian getting pinched by the set. By Daisy gonna dodge out. But Kali's gonna be there trying to follow this up. Might flash away and will. So Gubian will live. So Alliance ult will go wide. So nice lose out on that fight, but they don't give over a death, so that's good. Really, the Nyla now is the power.
Don't even think about
Will that keep snowballing? Will that deal with Soul Line doesn't have the ult to capitalize on the potential kill here. So, the gold's not too far apart. Just having all that inflated gold on the Nyla, especially with the Cull coming out as well. It's going to be tough for the bot lane here of the Knights to stay in the game. They'll try to do so. See that level advantage with the Nyla passive coming in. Let's see what they end up deciding to do. Attack from Nyla. Pull back. Possibly back and start up here. Could be a team fight. Could be a dangerous one. I don't know why we're looking at the top lane. Where's my camera? And I will find this Tribush ward. Here comes a potential fight. See what the Knights decide to do here. We're gonna have to try to find that Nyla. Early Yumi. Line stuff is way too slow. Knights kind of confused as to what to do. Breaking their trigger. Letting the enemy push up way too close. Going down one by one. Another double kill over to the Nyla. The Nyla now 4-0. The Knights pushed back and hesitant. Very hesitant. Maybe some nerves, not sure what, but he's afraid to fight. And you shouldn't be showing up to the dragon if you're afraid to fight. So we'll see what they're gonna do for the rest of this. Looks like they're overthinking the situation. The early Yumi ult. I think that all cooldowns were available. But the Akali was the first one to make the move. Gubian go find the dagger. That Knight's in a little bit of a situation here. Maybe a Herald fight will be coming. I'm not sure. Rough trade here for Soul Line. Will actually land the Q there. That's huge. So 4-0 Nyla. Rest of the map not doing too much, but that Ivern shields plus the Seraphine healing onto the Nyla. Top lane has been evened up, so on his way back, actually a level up here on the set. So Atlas doing a great job up there. The game's still close. So here comes a potential Herald situation. Now I feel like this should be a fight here from the Knight. Nyla with all the kills here in the game and not going to be at this fight. So did see Seraphine moving very deep, maybe too deep. Trying to back out, not quite able to get that kill. Oh, they will find it with the ignite. So the Union is here. Going down in the bot lane. Atlas getting that wave shoved in. So the Knights a little slow to that Herald. Slow decision making there. And that's why the Seraphine allowed to get up there. But they end up getting a 1-for-1. They do lose Mappy in the bot lane.
Nope.
Turret going down here for Atlas. How much of that? It's been good. Atlas should just make bait for Rubian. Come in and clean up the set pretty easily. So Set is getting a little bit overconfident there after getting the turret, but the turret load will be a lot. So the kill not going to mean too much. Just not scouting. Hex gates kind of throwing off the timing maybe a little bit. Atlas will return the turret kill. The siege of mid lane begins. Not a lot of siege kills here from New Mexico, so the Knights can stall out if they so desire. Dragon's coming up. Necc soul. Gonna be in 5 minutes. The Knight's gonna have to fight for that, you feel like. Don't want to give that over for free. All in. Will go down. Not throwing the ulti. The line just a little slow tonight. A little slow tonight. Needs to get ahead of the game. Had a pretty good laning phase, but never was able to do anything.
High five, Daisy!
Just gonna use the ghost.
Nature's surprise!
Not sure where he's going. Watching too many YouTube videos, I guess. Run into the Akali with wow, for the rest of the night. I feel to turn this around. And we get an engage here. So I know all 5 going to be there tonight. Chicken out. Yeah, listen, I couldn't flash either. So, see, I'm not sure what the plan of the Knights is right now. Too organized from them. Very reactive gameplay. So see if they can make a move here. Gubian gonna go in, gonna find set, but Hyper in there as well. Maybe some backup, get the blast cone. So it's really just Gubian on random missions. Not really any organized attacks from the Knights. Minutes on that soul. Keep a nice test that. Down mid. Set now against the Necc here in the bottom.
His turret has been destroyed.
Will the Knights be able to fight for this dragon? It's gonna be a tough one. It's gonna be a tough one. You gotta, especially with kind of lackadaisical nature that they've been playing with tonight. Not sure if they're gonna be able to find an avenue in. But it's game 1. A lot of leagues still to play. See what 20 seconds on this dragon, the Knights. The banana bush. We'll get scouted out. So while I'm looking, I feel confident enough. Press a button. We'll get the TP from the set.
I think Daisy has a crush on you.
Daisy is here.
Watch out! Daisy
Is
Stampede!
that Vexel? It was. Right up at the 0 speed. Don't get it. I'm gonna stall for like 5 minutes. That's fighting. I don't know what this is. Trying to make something out of nothing. Like, literally nothing. And that might set up a Baron. So I'm not sure what the plan was after the steal. Yumi probably shouldn't be going in with the guy trying to steal the objective.
Shine in darkness.
Darren going over there after years of light. And the Knight's just not looking like themselves. I'm not sure what's going through their mind here in this game state, but kind of overreacting, panicking, doing foolish things. So they'll have to regroup. The game's still winnable. And, you know, we'll have to see if they can battle back. We know this team never really gets tilted. Always will fight to the end, find an angle. But also play with some confidence. Slow. Letting NMT do whatever they want in these fights. Being picked up with all these turrets going down with that Baron. Not sure if the Knights will be able to find light. That's advantageous. Set. Could be dead. Shut down. They're losing an inhibitor on the top.
Has been destroyed.
But a little bit of gold.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
Survive the siege.
Red team's turret
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. Game
Welcome
number
to
2. The Knights
Summoner's
dropping the first
Rift.
game, down 0-1. Like I said, this is a best of 3, so it's a little bit, you gotta make turnaround quick. You don't have many games to figure things
Minions
out.
have spawned.
So we'll see how the Knights do here in game number 2. Silas is in an awkward position here. The Knights should be able to get him. He's going to do an E start, but get him chunked a bit before his clear, which would be somewhat nice. Silas already a weak clearer, so that should only hurt. And we capping same side, so see how the draft ends up looking here. Atlas back on the Mundo. Yugubi and over on the Xin Zhao. So we'll see how things look here in this game. Number 2. Rise versus Victor in the middle lane. So, we'll see. I mean, game 1, the Knights fell behind and never really found anything good. So, we'll see if they're able to keep things. Laning phase wasn't that bad either. It was more like they botched that dragon fight. They had that awkward 2v2 bot lane. So, we'll see what happens. Victor gonna be poking the Rise. Seen this matchup a fair bit. League life. Tower shot. Shield will absorb some of it. Happy not shooting back. So we'll see how things look. Atlas has the level 4 to level 3. Even up right there. Silas did pretty well in that top lane matchup in game number 1. Let's see. Able to keep that. Did lose his tower, but got the tower in return. So I'm gonna miss the Q. Happening. So Lion abusing the Rise, but doesn't have a CS advantage. Maybe slightly. Gonna get the TP out from the Rise probably. Atlas getting low. It's gotta be a little bit scared with that ignite on the table for set. Junglers haven't run into each other just yet. Should be some windows here for the Xin Zhao. Gonna get a town here. Gonna get back on the map. A little bit ahead of Silas. See what Yugubian decides to do. Gonna take a tower shot to cancel the back there. Lion being very annoying. Set flashing in. Atlas gonna flash. And will live, not live. I thought that was the last tick, but it wasn't. Atlas dies. First blood up top. And that's what I expected from the set in the game 1. I think he missed the window, so wanted to get back at it. Gets that flash pull. And that's what we've seen. First blood given up by the bot lane in game 1 and in the top lane here in game 2. And those are the most inexperienced players here. And that's what we were kind of afraid of getting this deep into nationals. Was that experience gap gonna start showing? And you're starting to see it here slightly. You see, you know, obviously not the end of the world giving over a kill, but you're seeing some of those, some of that armor feels off here of the Knights. So it looks like this early dragon once again. Gubian's here though. Victor possibly showing up. Looks like Sona trying to rotate over as well. This is a silent doom dragon, so this should be fightable here from the Knights. This working on the flank should be good here. Nice to move in this fight. Gubian going in. Gonna get a knockup. There's a lot of damage coming out from both sides. Gubian getting low. Where is his team? Sona missing all spells. Mappy does get a kill though. Silas coming back in. The Knights getting peeled apart. And just botching all their buttons. The line getting too close. Oh, the Q goes wide though. Mappy needs to be shooting. Mappy, just shoot, please. So line in the shield will live. Whew. Close one. So the Knights give up the dragon, but they get 3 for 1. So it was a good fight in the end from the Knights. A little bit mechanically trolling, but they get the fight in the end. Use their buttons. And Mappy with 2 kills, so aligned with 1, the Knights are on the map. So that was huge, you know, huge difference from what we saw in game 1, where the Knights really shied away, didn't go for the fight. Gubian just getting in there. The rest of the Knights are trying to back up their jungler. So that's what we want to see. Good, confident fighting. Going in versus the Silas. Will find the kill and will ult away the set. Great mechanics from Gubian. Can they find the kill onto the set? Atlas getting low. Will heal up though, and Soul Lion is there to clean up the kill. But Rise is on pursuit. The Knights are backing up. Gubian doesn't have many buttons left here. Why are we watching this? I think Rise is out. Yes, Rise is out. The rest of the Knights were backing up. Probably should have stayed. Probably could have got that Rise kill. A fantastic topside fight. And these are the Knights we like to see. This is them playing with some more confidence and getting things done. Getting those grubs as well. You're seeing here, jungle camp being traded out. So good job here from New Mexico getting these camps. Gubian's gonna smell this. Hopefully lets the bot lane know, but they could be getting flanked here. Are they gonna be looking for the Xin Zhao? Or are they just gonna be looking for the bot lane? They're pushing up too far. They're gonna get caught here. Mappy needs the flash, doesn't have it. Counter Sona ult, that's gonna be double kill. And the Knights just not aware of the possibility of them coming up from behind. Should have been question marking why the Seraphine's not in lane. There's like, what is he doing? Gotta be somewhere. So, and dying with that wave pushing in, just lapse of judgment there from the bot lane, and that's that inexperience we were talking about. Coming back to bite them. So gold evened up. A little bit of advantage here for New Mexico. Seraphine just perma roaming. Does have level 6. So we're still seeing that advantage in the mid lane, but bigger advantage in the bot lane here in this second game than we saw in the first. In the first game, never had to kill, but CS wise. Nice wrestle back to gold lead. So we'll see what ends up happening here. Dragon has spawned. Fight for bot side river, but Soul Line not coming down. I feel like the Knights start this. Sona getting caught by 2. Gubian's on the Dragon though. Soul Line late to the party. Are the Knights gonna fight or are they gonna run? Here comes the Seraphine ult. It misses a few, but Eucalyptus caught out. The Knights hesitant once again. Mappy coming in with an ult. Can't quite find the damage. The TP is there. No TP from the Mundo. Soul Line doesn't pick up that kill. Yugubian flashes away, but gonna die anyway. Soul Line trying to find some kills, but cannot find any of them. The Knights just not doing what they need to do to secure the objective. Cutting so many corners. They will lose a bunch. We'll get the trade there. But they will lose out on value. On a fight that they should have went harder on. They saw the Silas. They knew he was down there. But Soul Line goes for a plate instead of going down for the fight. And then Yugubian starts the Dragon instead of connecting your Sona to the play. Where we knew 100% that Silas was down there. He walked right through a ward. So I'm not sure what that was. But I'm just going to want that one back for sure. Should have been a fight on their terms. Could have fought it hard before the set even showed up. And then even if you get a kill, give up the Dragon, it's fine. It gets value top. But taking the fight, not on your terms, and having the extra man set coming in. Nice lead across the board. So the Knights in a hole once again. And their team fighting at the Dragons have not been good. Have not been good. Now Herald up. Seraphine just sitting up here for a minute. Silas gonna come down by. Okay, Hulky's coming in. Bear's gonna flash. Mappy gonna back up. Here comes Yugubian. This could be a turnaround the Knights need. Mappy gets one. Yugubian gonna go in against the Silas. Misses the W. That could be costly, but I'm gonna go in with the E. Not gonna be able that minion. He's gonna still fight it. Gonna hit that W and get the shutdown. So great kill there from Yugubian. Seraphine and Narnia not able to help out. Atlas will survive. Might be able to turn this back on its head. I think with the healing, I would just go all in on the set. I think for sure you win. Set with no sums. Use the W. Now they're waiting for the set's cooldown to come back up and then go in. Atlas up in CS doing a great job up here. But little things like that, that's the inexperience, just not able to recognize the window that he has. So this one's a messy one. Both teams punching back and forth. Surfing his bot lane, so could be a Herald start here for the Knights. Take the 3v3. Are on the Herald. So it's going to be a tower dive down. They see the Silas. Gonna ulti early though. That's not going to be good. Rise coming in as well. 2 kills picked up. Knights just need to give up that turret. Thought they could hold it off. I think maybe if Sona holds ult till someone's tanking turret. Uses it. A little panicky. I think they're fine to give that up.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
This fight. Ruby and Soul Line versus 3. But they're not focusing targets. They need all the damage they can on the same target. But here comes the Zin's out ult for each player. Flash out. Soul Line getting low. And the lack of focus costs them. The Xin Zhao ult saving Silas. So regardless of the results here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we'll have a match next Thursday, 9 o'clock. It might be a different day because depending on some team needs to reschedule, or if we're matched up with them, which we won't know until after this. So Mundo's gonna take this turret. Look for the fight against the set. Should have it. Come in. Probably take it. I don't know. They're gonna play with their food a little bit here. We'll pick it up in the end. So gold lead over to New Mexico, but the Knights have some gold in their pockets. There's strong going on hit. Alright, here they come. Oh, Lion. Down here. What can he do? Gonna try to kite it out. We'll use the flash. Trying to make a play on the outside of the map. On the Varus, this is gonna be a huge kill, but not gonna be able to get it. Wait, Atlas going for it, and Atlas finding it. So a Lion dying, and a trade up top. So 1+1 there for New Mexico, but the shutdown coming in on the Varus. Atlas still not using flash. But I thought Soul Lion was getting out. I didn't see actually what ended up happening. Maybe it's probably Rise ult. Yeah, probably Rise ult. And then they faked it or something. That makes sense.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So, Dragon coming up here. Where's my objective timers? What's going on? Dragon 2/3. Alright. So let's assess the game state here. Yeah, a bunch of deaths. Deaths everywhere. find the rise. Knocked up. Not the boy sold a lion. Happy ults in the air. Well, at least trying to get involved. Gonna hold back up for the dragon. The knight's heading up to Baron. This could be a huge throw, but it's hard to throw a lead you don't have. The knight's gonna threaten. Gonna try to start this up. Feeling maybe a little bit desperate here. Yeah, they're gonna start this up. So silence is bot side. And this could be exactly what the knights need. Mexico not thinking they're crazy enough to do this possibly. They're gonna come check now. Knights need as much damage as they can. Alright, they're gonna see it. TP coming in from the rise. The knights, are they gonna take the fight? Are they gonna try to do this? It took way too long to do, but Baron will get 4-man Seraphine ulted. Then they'll get comboed on top of it. And yeah, they just didn't quite have the damage. And now they're gonna give the Baron over. Oh no, here comes the war fight. The rise ult. The knights get completely wiped. And trying to bite off a little bit more Necc there with the Baron start. After killing a rise that has TP, they're going to give the Baron over. So, not the decisiveness that you were thinking of. A little bit ambitious there. And I think the Knights feeling more desperate than they needed to. Giving the game stick. Now, giving a huge advantage over to New Mexico. So, and I mean, it happens. You know, these guys are playing a lot, but there's a lot of variables to consider, especially playing new team. Knights making some adjustments, but Baron really hurting the cause here. This was really the fight right here that you want as the Knights, but he's giving them so much gold. 2 items from the Knights, 3 items there from Varus. Okay, we're going to steal the dragon. Knight's still looking to fight. Gonna drop some ulti, he's gonna get some damage down. Soul Lion looking at the silence. They're looking more. Vivian's in there. Vivian getting low, but Vivian does not have ultimate. So the Knights go for the fight. The fight could have looked better having not had that Baron situation. Wasn't a bad fight. The Knights got the dragon. Thought they had more.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
But they didn't. Getting 0 kills. In a fight that they chose.
Red team's turret has been destroyed.
So, lose the tower. He's down a lot of gold now. $10K gold at 24 minutes. Pretty insurmountable here for the Knights. You never know. You never know. They're definitely going to have to go back, look at there, and call. Maybe if you have, maybe you have a little like DPS in your top lane, more Baron DPS from your mid laner. Maybe you can get that done in time. But okay, Silence coming up here on the window. flat. Okay, so this button does work. Here comes an attack from the Knights. Mappy gonna cut them off. Gonna use the E. No, not gonna use the E. Gonna run away. I thought for sure that was an E drop. E ult window. Look at the collapse in the scene. Going back to Atlas. Atlas, there's no buttons now. Running right. Okay. There comes a Mappy ult. We'll find one. Looking for the Seraphine as well. You're moving to go and get that objective down. She's going to fly over to the wolf. Mappy going to try to run her down. No. The Knight's leaving. Setting for something. I guess to protect the base. Silent. Sona, be able to. Very strong here. Pick up 2. And I don't have an answer. I don't know if there's a skill reduction online yet. I don't see any. So that's going to be a problem with the Seraphine, with the Silas. Quite a bit of healing. See if the Knights can hold.
Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.
So, they're gonna survive for now. Still an uphill battle here. Gonna lose all 3 inhibitors. This is light farm up. Baron on the table though in 15 seconds. We'll get it. Alive. Like get into Baron. That's a 2nd or 3rd steal here from Yagubian. So lock in on this fight. So Soul will go over. At least it's not Elder though. And you have the Baron buffs to help deal with the siege. The Knights holding on. Gold is no object, but that's a long way away. So Soul picked up there for New Mexico. Good poke coming out from Soul Line. Their turret getting old Baron minions.
Let's level the playing field.
Here. It's not giving up their turrets. Make a move at some point, maybe. Turrets are still alive. Baron buff doing work. All Knights be ready. They have to go in. Big good ult from the fortune. They're back in under doing some damage. Both find one. Tower's getting kind of low. The minions are running low for the enemy. The Knights do find a couple kills. They find a huge amount of kills. A triple kill here for Soul Lion. Quadra kill. Look how huge that Victor ult is. Soul Lion finds a quadra kill. Here comes the ride. But he will go down, and that's a pentakill for your boy Soul Lion. Pentakill. Good job, cameraman. Nice. Hold on. These turrets do respawn now. I don't know what time, how long that takes. I guess we'll find out if they can hold. Still an uphill battle here for the Knights, but they're trying. They're getting a lot of farm here, which would be nice. See if they can hold another push.
Has respawned. Red team's inhibitor has respawned. Red team's inhibitor has respawned. Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed. Red team's inhibitor has been destroyed.